Hello everyone, good day. Today we'll be looking at topology optimization with a 3D experience app called XDesign. It's similar to SolidWorks, but it's browser based, so you don't need a high performance computer to run it. I'll be your host, Jacob Ift. And before we get into the software, let's go over a few things. So design guidance is the name of the toolbar that we'll need inside XDesign to do this design study. Fixtures are faces or edges that you need to fix down in a certain direction. A clamp is a type of fixture that will not allow any type of motion in any direction. And forces, pressures, and torques are things that you can add to the model to aid the simulation. Topology optimization is going to make this part as lightweight as possible while maintaining structural integrity needed based on these forces and pressures. Here's a look at the toolbar that we'll see in XDesign. It lives at the bottom of the screen by default. The Design Guidance tab allows us to apply fixtures or clamps, apply forces, pressures, or torques, and make a completely new design based off of these, or redesign an existing component. Today we'll be using the redesign feature. Well, without any further delay, let's jump into XDesign and show how this works. So I have a bracket modeled up here, but we want to figure out how lightweight it could actually be. We'll apply some forces to this space and this space to act as if a bearing's in here being pushed around. And we'll fix down the bolt holes to show that maybe it can't move at these places. So let me go to my Design Guidance tab, grab the clamp tool to tell it what things aren't going to move. So these inner bolt faces, like I said, those aren't going to move. And then I can just hit the green check and the clamp is applied. There's a feature tree that gets kept along with this study, so you can come back in and edit anything if you need to. I'm going to add a force, as I said before. Let's add 100 Newton force to this face here. Maybe it's like pushing that way. You can see the little on-screen arrows to show the forces applied. I'm going to add a secondary force. You can have multiple clamps, forces, and fixtures depending on what the model needs. On this one, let's say maybe it's 500 newtons and it's pushing on this face, but not in all directions. We can give it a direction and make it push like that way. We just have to say other direction and find a plane to give it a different direction. Now it'll go that way. All right. So that's all we need now. We have to make sure we had a material applied. I think I have ABS applied to this part. So the end result of this maybe will be 3D printing or something like that. And we want it to be as lightweight as possible. If I come over to the new design area, I can redesign this part. By default, it's set to try to reduce the mass by 70%, which is quite ambitious. I'm going to select the body I want to redesign right here. And in the volume area, something to note, if there's any regions you want to preserve, like, oh, well, the faces for this bearing and stuff, we don't want those to go away. I could preserve those faces and it'll keep them here and it'll try to keep them all intact when it does this study. Maybe the tops of the bolt holes matter. Maybe the inner faces of those holes matter too, because we want them to stay the same size and everything. I don't know. All right, now I can just hit generate and wait just a little bit here. It'll parse the model and run a simulation study to try to determine what material actually needs to be there. You can see it's starting to do its thing now. At the end of the day, we'll be able to save this body export this body and use it for 3D printing. Or we could use it just to look at to inspire a new design for this bracket. Maybe it doesn't have to be as big as it was before. Maybe we can make a machinable design that's a little bit less weight. All right, so it looks like it's done now. I can hit the green check, and we can hide the initial body to take a look at what it left behind. You can see we didn't really need all of that bracket the first time. So thanks for watching. Hope you found this useful. This is X Design on the 3D Experience platform. Thank you.